same. Okay.
Just had a very interesting conversation. We're always having very interesting conversations. And I was asking him, I said, what is it about Black women that Black men don't like? And I said this because we go to Thailand all the time. And Thailand is like DR and Colombia, where Black men love to go. They'll marry a woman there, pay her bills, and leave there, right? And I said, this has to be more than just cooking and cleaning. And he said it is. He says that, like, you can get, because I said, is it the fact that, the cost of living is different? So Black men will pay these women's bills, and then they're, much nicer, much sweeter, they'll cook and clean, versus in America, Black men aren't paying Black women's bills. And he was like, no, like a Black man will pay any woman's bills, right? But the difference is, he said, you'll pay a woman's bills, and she'll still leave you, she'll still divorce you, and she'll still put you on child support, which is a big financial loss and emotional loss for most men. Where he was saying that with women in other countries, they're not going to do that. But he said, unless you bring them to America, and then they all of a sudden know about divorce and child support. So they also have mentioned, and correct me if I'm wrong, that
So basically, long story short, this woman is basically trying to figure out why Black men want to date women overseas and not date women in the States. I have a very unpopular opinion in this space. Like I have told you guys many times before, I think most men are going to find their wife in the US. If you're from the US, you are going to be way more compatible with a woman in the US. Now, if you marry a woman and you keep the power position in the relationship and she respects it, then you coming over here to find a foreign wife will work for you, right? But the unfortunate thing is a lot of dudes come overseas to find a wife and they end up just finding a really clever gold digger. And they're not even prepared to know how to deal with that gold digger. So because they're not prepared to know how to deal with that gold digger, they don't like women gold dig in these countries for some of the dumbest shit. I'm going to give you guys a prime example. There are girls that will finesse you into thinking they like you just so they can sleep on your bed at night because she got to go home and share a bed with two other girls and you have a big king size bed and she'd rather just sleep with you. The shit don't got nothing to do with her liking you. It's simply because you have a cozy bed. You got to deal with shit like that when you come overseas. And I feel like a lot of you men are like us, man. Let's say us, because I'm definitely just like y'all. We are so accustomed to an American mentality that when we start talking about traditional women, it don't even really hit us as to what that actually looks like, right? Like, number one, it looks like women needing you for the dumbest, pettiest shit. You needing to pay for everything. And then some of you same niggas that be in the comments judging a nigga that's spending money. Oh, nigga, you tricky. You going overseas. You tricky. You throwing $1. You spending money. Y'all be doing that. And then you say you want a traditional woman. Well, guess what? A traditional woman, when she's dating a man that's capable, is going to expect a nigga to step up. And if you feel like a sucker for stepping up, you probably should stick to your first world women because the women overseas are going to expect you to step up. Any girl that's like, no, I'll work and pay for my own shit. She's saying that because she got that off TikTok. She doesn't want to do none of that shit. Matter of fact, no girl on planet Earth wants to do that shit. If she's with a man that could pay all of the bills, suddenly she can't go to work. She too sick to work. She got to stay home. She'd rather cook you a nice meal. She's telling you that she does not want to get up every day and work. You can get up each day and work. Inside of America, you're dealing with an anomaly. There's never been a time in history where women can literally work and provide for themselves. Other than maybe the last 100 or 150 years, it hasn't even been that long. It's been like maybe like 106 years, 1920 type shit, right? It's 2026, 1920. There's never been a time in history where women could work and make their own money, right? So they've always been dependent on men. Now you take your ass and you get your little $4,000 to $7,000 a month from your retirement check or your Social Security or whatever the fuck it is. You come all the way overseas, or what y'all really do is y'all just be in the comments. I feel like the retired guys know what it is. It just be you niggas that are still at work or just broke. Where you guys come over here, y'all niggas tricking on all those women. Nigga, I wouldn't pay for shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you gonna end up paying regardless. If you give her leverage to take more money from you, she's gonna take it. So you gotta set strong boundaries that you wouldn't even set in the States with a chick. Like you almost damn near gotta set the tone of the whole relationship. And she's either gonna comply or she's gonna fly. If you're not ready to adopt to that kind of mentality when you come out here as the breadwinner, I don't think that you could survive with a foreign wife. Like you just can't. Because like I said in one of my other videos, the video is why I failed to find a foreign wife. You guys can go check it out, right? You're taking a girl that may or may not have graduated from middle school, has never seen $1,000 in cash all at once, and you're trying to elevate her to the status that she's your wife, and you try to elevate her to be your wife, and it's like it doesn't work out for y'all. Now, some of you guys don't share your losses, but trust me, I've been living overseas enough. I engage with enough men and women out here to know what some of y'all are really going through. A lot of dudes are getting took to the cleaners by these foreign women. These foreign women are getting funded. They're taking that money. They're giving it to their husband back home, and he's living off the shit. And it's like, you know, she's just waiting for you to fall more in love with her, where you go, you know what, baby? I do want to go back to the U.S., but I don't want to lose you. So because I want to go back to the U.S., I'm going to bring you with me. That's what some of you niggas do. Like, because I don't want to go back to the U.S., I'm going to bring you with me. And as soon as you bring her to the States, she play the game. She do what she got to do. She get hit with the hypergamy bug that's in every woman in the States where they're just damn near delusional at this point. You lose her. You lose her. When what you're supposed to do is establish yourself as a king in her country or whatever country that you want to live in, that she's not going to have the right or the capability to play you, and she's going to have to play her role until you pass on. That's really how you should play the game, and it's not easy to play the game like that. It's not. So I genuinely think, unless you have a king mentality, when I say king mentality, meaning that you don't have to respect her feelings, you don't have to respect how she feels, and I mean you can respect her as a human, but as a person that's guiding their relationship, she can't make the decision as to where your kids go to school. She can't make the decision as to how much money gets spent on the house. She can't. She's there to be a woman. You know, rub my shoulders, have my babies, cook, clean. You know, live in everlasting bliss. You don't ever have to worry about money. But you don't ever allow her to dictate the situation.